It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to travel and cruise industry news on this Thursday, May the 18th, 2023. We've made it so far, folks, without any technical screw-ups. Amazing, shocking. It's a terrible news day again. My stories this morning, sorry about that. Sophia Loren Godmother Again, a record day for the Port of Miami. That was reported. This happened last month, but the numbers just came out yesterday. So this isn't an old story. It's old numbers from a news story. Colonial Heritage Voyages from Princess. And we'll probably get into a few other things here at 11 o'clock this morning. Today, folks, is National No Dirty Dishes Day. So I'm guessing that you go in and eat breakfast and just throw the dishes away so you don't have a sink full of dirty dishes. That would make sense. But then you might end up having the garbage collectors go on strike because they'll have all these bags full of dishes. So I'm not really sure. I guess you could eat on paper plates. I hate that. I'm not sure. Who the hell writes these things? National No Dirty Dishes Day. Pass. If you're listening by the blog, I'm sorry. Welcome aboard. You can always access the blog via my, what am I doing? No. If you're listening via the podcast, see there, folks, I didn't screw something up technically. I screwed everything else up. Let's go back and start that section over. Hey, if you're listening via the podcast, welcome aboard. You can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcast from. Just search for travel and cruise industry news, and up pops the fat guy and some of his silliness. Okay. Before we get to a little bit of the stories this morning, I have to report back from yesterday. Most of you know that yesterday was my 6-month, it's actually 3-month oncology appointment. Every 6 months, I have to have the Lupron injection. The oncology appointment went fine. My numbers are fine, 1.4. All the other blood work and stuff was perfectly where it's supposed to be. So she's happy. I complained about some of the side effects. Nothing she can do about it because obviously we ain't changing this again. I was actually a little more worried yesterday before I went in there because this is the same time frame from when I first had the hard chemo, the same time frame when I did fine for a while and then the cancer came back. That would have been the same time as yesterday. So I was a little more concerned than normal, but everything was fine. Then we go in to get the Lupron shot. This wasn't in the playbook. But every 4th Lupron injection, it's a double dose and you have to get it in the, how can I put this politically correct, in the buttocks. That's not so bad. Yeah, I don't like shots in the butt. But when we got in there, and of course now I'm in my chair, and she's getting everything ready because obviously I can't stand there while she's filling up the needle and I don't know what all they have to do. But anyway, to get all this crap ready. So when it got time for the dirty deed, and it wasn't just, stand up and drop them. It was stand up, drop them, bend over the counter, grip onto something. And I knew, oh, hell, this is going to be bad. And it was. It seemed like it went on forever. I mean, I felt like my butt was blowing up. And then it got hot. And it got hotter. And then by the time I got home, I was afraid when I came in. I had taken the charger out to the car and charged up the scooter, from all the airport running. And that way, I can plug it in the car and I don't have to unload it a couple times. And it's, it's 50 pounds. So it's saving me a little bit of lifting. So when I unplugged it to go to the thing, I just flipped the cord and stuff up ahead, and I was going to get it and pull it back in the garage, when I got home. Well, by the time I drove back from the oncologist after that shot, I was so shaky. I was absolutely afraid to bend down and pick up the cord. I thought I'd fall over. So I went on and got in the house and got my brother-in-law to go pull the cord in for me, pull the charger in. And then I was pretty miserable all night, both sitting, laying, my butt hurt. Then during the night, I got really nauseous. So it was not a pleasant experience whatsoever. But I can't, I can't quibble with the results that we're getting. So I'll put up with this every fourth shot. The other 3 shots are in the arm, and it's bad enough in the arm. It leaves a big knot in your arm until the stuff dissipates. But it was, I guess maybe because of the double dose too. Whew, it was a killer. All right. The top story today, one of my favorite actresses all time, Sophia Loren, who's gone from acting to politics over there in Italy. She's also done this numerous times. MSC Cruises has announced the details on the naming ceremony for the launch of its most environmentally advanced ship to date, the MSC Euribia. The ceremony will take place June the 8th in Copenhagen, which was chosen as the launch location due to its rich maritime heritage and dedication to sustainability. Euribia is the most energy efficient cruise ship design ever and the second in MSC's fleet to be powered by liquefied natural gas. Additional advanced wastewater treatment systems, waste management handling, and energy efficiency measures and underwater radiated noise management systems are also found on board the Euribia. The naming ceremony will bring together dignitaries, key travel partners, international media, and various celebrities, including iconic actress Sophia Loren. She's held a long-standing relationship with MSC Cruises and will be godmother of the Euribia, the 19th MSC ship that she serves as godmother of. I didn't realize that she'd been godmother 19 times. That's awesome. And thank you, Sophia Loren, for supporting MSC. MSC gets a bad rap from some people, and I love them. So I can't wait to get to sail either one of the 2 newest ships. I did the new one last year, but I have not I have not been on the other new ones. So that's MSC. All right. I'll be back with just a couple more things this morning after this.
Do you have a bad back, bad hips, bad knees, or any other mobility issues? Think about Scootaround. For scooters, walkers, wheelchairs, even oxygen needs, delivered right to your cabin. Scootaround for all your mobility needs on your upcoming cruise.
Maybe I need to redo that commercial and add a bad butt into what you can use Scootaround for. Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be on a cruise ship today. I'm still really sore. So, but anyway, I use Scootaround all the time on my cruise ships. There's nothing better. I was talking with someone on the December 2nd group cruise last night and recommended that she contact Scootaround for that. And folks, if you're mobility challenged at all, rather than struggling, trying to get by on a cane or trying to force yourself to get by on a walker, just call Scootaround. I can't tell you how much better it is on a cruise that you don't have to walk until it likes to kill you. So that's Scootaround. They're absolutely awesome. Okay. The next story, one of the things that I fuss about, the last couple of days have been weak news days. There's just not anything happening. Folks, I refuse to go back and do something that was a week old just to fill the show. That ain't going to happen. Number one, I've already talked about it. So unless there's a legitimate follow-up to a story, I'm not going to do it again. This is a little different. The numbers for last month just came out yesterday. Okay? And the Port of Miami last month set a new record. It happened to be set on April the 9th. So Miami is celebrating a major milestone this spring as the Southern Florida Port announced that it had the busiest passenger day ever. The port, also known as the cruise capital of the world, welcomed a record-breaking, listen to this number, folks, 67,594 cruise passengers, the most that has ever moved through its terminals in one day. Ships that were docked in Miami on April the 9th included Oasis of the Seas, Explorer of the Seas, Norwegian Encore, Carnival Horizon, Carnival Celebration, MSC Seascape, Scarlet Lady, and Seabourn Ovation. This is the second time this year the Port Miami broke its cruise passenger record. On February 12th, the port welcomed 58,984 passengers, which became the new record at the time. Up until recently, Port Miami held the long-time title of being the busiest port in the world. Till recently, Port Canaveral, overtook it and is now the busiest port. In total, 4,072,000 cruisers passed through Port Canaveral. In 2022, 4,022,000 passed through Miami. Something tells me Miami is hunting. They want that title back from Port Canaveral. It's going to be interesting to see the numbers at the end of the year because Port Canaveral's, they're rocking and rolling up there too. So, all right, I'll be back with another story after a quick word from one of my network sponsors. And the last story today, folks, has to deal with our friends at Princess. And basically, this is again for Hot Air Tom and me here in Virginia. I know there's other people in Virginia, but other people care about this. But Hot Air Tom and I are the two people on the show that are from Virginia. Princess Cruises will introduce new itineraries featuring colonial heritage destinations for the first time. Island Princess will embark on a round-trip journey from New York in the summer, visiting Yorktown, Virginia, part of Virginia's historic triangle, as well as Charleston, South Carolina, Boston, and Halifax. The expanded offering also includes the popular Canada and New England cruise program aboard Emerald and Enchanted Princess in 2024. Cruises will showcase the vibrant colors of autumn foliage, colonial history, picturesque lighthouses, and delightful seafood in quaint seaside villages. Some itineraries will also feature stops at 3 Greenland ports, offering breathtaking landscapes, magnificent fjords, and diverse wildlife. In 2024, Princess Cruises will debut its new colonial heritage itineraries from New York City. These itineraries will be highlighted by stops in Yorktown, a historically significant and picturesque town, serving as the gateway to Colonial Williamsburg and Jamestown, the first permanent English settlement in the Americas. These voyages are particularly special as they lead up to the Sesquicentennial celebration commemorating the 250th birthday of the United States. Better get used to that number, folks, and that word, sesquicentennial. Wow. Making them a must-visit for history enthusiasts. The 10 and 11 night itineraries aboard Island Princess will also include visits to Charleston, Boston, and Halifax. Booking for these voyages will be available starting May the 25th of this year. Princess is also offering unique sailings for Canada. One notable itinerary is a 17-day voyage on Emerald Princess, which combines the best of the East Coast with 3 full-day visits to incredible ports in Greenland. Passengers will have the opportunity to witness massive glacier, experience fascinating cultural aspects, and enjoy various sightseeing opportunities. These sailings complement the line's renowned fall foliage departures, yada, 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 and more along those lines. The cool things for us is not only is that they're great for fall things and great for going to Greenland, but they're going to Yorktown. I mean, we've just had, starting the best season ever in Norfolk and right up the river, up the York River to Yorktown. That's pretty cool. Those of you that have followed me for a long time know that I used to go down there for events some during the summer at the Waterman's Museum in Yorktown and sell funnel cakes and lemonade. And of course, eat at the, what's the name of that? Yorktown Cafe, I think it is. Man, they had the best clam chowder I've ever eaten anywhere in my life. They have good food there, but I was always good for their clam chowder. It's really good food. So if you've never done the triad, Jamestown, Williamsburg, and Yorktown, it's well worth scheduling it either from a cruise or if you're just driving through Virginia, take some time and visit that area. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up the news portion of today. Again, like I said, it's an awful news day. All right. Let's see who's fussing at me in the chat room. At least I didn't have anything to mispronounce today. At least I don't think. Mike's with us. Steve's here. Hi, Steve. See, there's Hot Air Tom. I told you Hot Air Tom would be here. Cruising is fun anytime. Good morning, y'all. Nikki's with us. Hi, Nick. No dirty dishes means you're making reservations for dinner. Well, that's true. But that just wasn't funny. So I was trying to be funny with that portion. I probably fell flat on my face, but that's okay. Yeah, Mike says, good one, Nick. Kenneth's with us. Hi, Kenneth. Katie's here, listening on the road. Okay. Yeah, Katie, you and Willie Nelson on the road again. Never mind. Oops, that shot was due to me posting the video on your post yesterday. The crazy doc from Cannonball Run. What shot? Wait a minute. I didn't see that, Hot Air Tom. I have to go. Where's Hot Air Tom? What are you talking about? Hot Air Tom, I have no idea what you're referring to about a shot. I'm assuming that meant a picture. The crazy doc from Cannonball Run. I remember Cannonball Run. Of course, that's an extremely funny movie. Hell, I don't remember the doctor now. I remember there's something about a doctor, but it's not coming to mind. Oh, well. Steve said, glad everything checked out, except my sore butt. Yeah, I mean, that's, Steve, I don't know if you've been around long enough to have followed me through the whole prostate cancer thing. When I first found out that I had it, my PSA was 484. It was metastasized all over my body, 68 different locations, in my brain, in my lungs. I mean, prostate cancer in my lungs, not lung cancer, prostate cancer. So I went through the 6 months of hard chemo, and it did good for a while. And then all of a sudden, one day it was back. And that's when they put me on this Zytiga that I'm on now. It's $11,000 a month medication. And the Lupron injections, every 6 months now. It started off, we had to do them monthly, and then 3 months, and now 6 months. So, but yeah, I mean, as long as I'm, I maybe would getting worried if it got up to 8 or 9, but as long as I'm down there around 1 or less, I'm happy. That means I'm still alive. So, unfortunately, I'll never be able to claim that I'm cancer free. That ain't going to happen. But still, I can claim that I'm on the list to having survived cancer. So I'm quite proud of that. And usually when I get together with other survivors, we, fist pump or bump elbows or hug or whatever the case may be. Emily's with us. Hi, Em. Safe driving. Katie, sorry about your butt. Put a cushion on your scooter. Oh, I got a nice cushion on my chair. I don't use the chair in the house. I'm not going anywhere for a couple of days, so my butt will be fine before I do anything again. Yo, Brooklyn in the house. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, cushion. Yeah. I know. I'm on a cushion now, on a pillow. It's sitting in this chair. And if I was going out anywhere, my power chair is pretty comfortable. It really is. Of course, I used that yesterday. But yeah. By the way, Cruise Amigos today. I didn't say that during the show. Cruise Amigos today at 12:30 my time. That's 11:30 Central Daylight Time, 5:30 Greenwich Mean Time, is going to go off. However, I will be without Amigo John today as he's having some health issues and is not feeling up to doing the show today, which is understandable. I have not heard from Martin yet, so I hope Martin pops in from, is he on a cruise? I think he might be on a cruise, but I don't know. So anyway, we'll see what happens. And if not, I'll sit there and talk a while until I get tired, and then I'll quit. Chillie Cruises, do you think Martin will show today? He has a project to report back on regarding NCL drink issue in UK ports. Yes, he does. It will be interesting to see if he reports back on that. Can I call my bookie? Can I take some odds against Martin? Haven't checked on that. I'm just saying. Yeah. For some reason, my television remote doesn't do good with phone calls to bookies. Tom's talking about your shot. Oh. Ow. Duh. Thanks, Mike. Wow. That went about 6 feet over my head. Now here comes Hot Air Tom's explanation. The doctor part was of the funny dialogue between Burt Reynolds and Tom. Oh, that's right. Okay. He greeted folks with his huge syringe. Yeah, well, they still use that damn huge syringe, and this was the needle, I think. It was about that size. It was a mother of a shot. It really was. I mean, I usually don't complain about that. But this was a mother of all shots for me. Oh, God. Yeah, Steve says, no, I'm pretty new. And my year of miracle. Well, I'm not a miracle, but yeah, I believe in improving pretty much from the standpoint of, if I can do this, folks, anybody can do this. And that's basically, why I do what I do. For the accessible community and for anyone else that's just sitting at home, whether you're single, solo, elderly, young, it doesn't matter. If you're sitting at home feeling sorry for yourself, let's get off your butt and go on a cruise. Or let's do something so you're not sitting at home, feeling sorry for yourself. If I had chosen to do that, folks, believe me, I'd be dead by now. But I choose to get out and clown around with you folks on boats. I don't call them ships, on boats. And it's just to prove that I can do it. And that everybody else in the world, I don't care what your physical limitations are, you can too. So, and come on, do it with me. By the way, got a group cruise coming up December 2nd out of Port Canaveral on, what's that ship? Norwegian Escape. Pretty good deal. If you try to book it straight, a balcony straight, without the perks, it's like $3,000. With all 4 perks, that's a drinks package, 150 minutes Wi-Fi, $50 per excursion, and what's the other one? My mind went blank. But anyway, there's 4 perks if you have a balcony for like a $1,700 and change. I mean, even if you add the gratuities on the gratuities that go to, the Norwegian charges, the $20 a day, it's $1,900 for a balcony with all the perks. Not bad. Inside cabins with 2 perks is $1,200 and change. Pretty good deal. We also have some openings on my August 28th Alaska cruise with Nate. That's not to say Passion for Cruises. That's with my friend Nate in Alaska that John and I are going on, and a bunch of other people, Bonnie. And so, yeah, don't sit at home, folks. We're giving you methods to get out and go. So come on, join us. I can absolutely guarantee you one thing. Hot Air Tom will tell you this. I have fun on cruises despite everything, and I'll make sure you laugh the entire time from start to finish. So, I have a cruise date with Chillie in April 2025. Can't let that C word mess up the plans. Oh, hell no. Absolutely not. I was talking to my investment guy about that this morning. So, let's see. Emily says, I hope John feels better. Yeah, me too. Pass on my best wishes. I will certainly do that. I still talk to John daily despite all the issues that he has, but I check on him, even I know he's got family there, but yeah, I check on him all the time. It's a big boat. Yeah, it is. Escape is it's a good sized boat. Okay, it's a ship. To me, it's always going to be a boat. Plus the BOGO air, internet, meds, beverage, excursion credit. Oh yeah, that's right. The other one was the specialty dining. Duh. The 4 perks on the December 2nd cruise for balconies is 2 specialty dinings, 150 minutes of Wi-Fi, drinks package, and the $50 credit per excursion. The $50 credit per excursion, folks, I mean to tell you, that's awesome. I used that, and man, that was great coming on your account. Now, I will point out one thing on the 150 minutes. What they don't tell you about the 150 minutes is that when you go online, you have to go offline or the clock keeps running. So if you go online and forget to shut it off, then you can use up that 150 minutes real quick. So for me, I still have to get the Wi-Fi package because 150 minutes wouldn't last me for a week's cruise. So maybe I can talk them into something off for the package. 4th perk specialty restaurant. Yeah, Mike, thank you. I'm getting old, folks. 75. I'm just getting a little forgetful. And sometimes have a total brain lock. At least I'm in it, Sometimes I might forget somebody's name, too. I hope not. Most of my friends, I can remember their names. I finally started to make a plan to go out on a cruise next year. Elizabeth, I feel the big one coming Emily on a cruise ship? I don't believe it. One of your girlfriends over the pond, Sweden, she just told me she wants to make plans for cruising. I believe June is the plan. Awesome, Em. I like that plan. I'm glad to see Chillie out and about in crutches. Oh, and cruises. Yeah, that's not crutches. He truly loves it. Yes, I do. And enjoy it. It definitely gave him something fun to do. I agree. I make no bones about it. The cruising and all you folks are the reason that I am alive. The alternative, and I've had 4 times now that I literally would have welcomed death that day. And I'm glad that didn't happen. So, yeah, that's why I do what I do, folks. Hot Air says, yep, on losing the internet minutes and turning off your computer does not stop the clock. No, you have to specifically turn off the internet. So keep moving, Chillie. You're doing great. Oh, yes, I absolutely agree with that, Em. Those free internet minutes do not support streaming or no YouTube. No, I did okay. I streamed one show from the 150 minutes, Tom. So I didn't have any trouble hooking up. Now, by the second one, I've got the package. So, Otter says, yeah, for him, that'll work. The software I use to connect the office is seen as streaming by NCL system. Okay. Hot Air will be in Southampton in 2 weeks, June the 1st, going to cruise Emily's favorite ship. Chillie and Tom, have you recruited any more people to go on our April 25th cruise? We're getting exciting. It's right around the corner. Yeah, it's not that far now, Kenneth. And yeah, I talked to a couple of the people that were in the group on the Joy, and they could possibly be interested in it. They also, there's a couple things, man. I don't know. Maybe I've been living in a cave, but the next cruise credit things where you put up $500 or $1,000 and you get 100% back. There's several people started doing that. They put down $500 and they're going to use part of it on the cruise December 2nd. So, I mean, it's 100% return on your investment, folks. So, a lot of people with Norwegian are using that feature now. So, just thought I'd throw that one out. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up. I got to go get ready to do the Cruise Amigos. I don't know if I'll prepare anything for that or not. But anyway, thanks for being with me as always, folks. I duly appreciate it. And please, thumbs up. That helps the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification so you're notified when I go live or when a new video is posted. And I'll see everybody tomorrow, same time, same channel. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising, and hopefully one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie Cruises.